out. I'm going to be sitting in my office in my store working tomorrow as we're open 10 to 4 tomorrow. But I will be sitting there in a nice, warm, cozy office watching it on TV in my office.
I'll be listening on the radio at the restaurant. So here we go at 25, Gilman taking on Trayton Libolt, freshman. Iowa Central and Cornell just getting underway as well. This Libolt doing a lot from a non-tie situation. Gilman finally able to get across into a front headlock. And there he's trying to circle around, gets to the leg, looked for that whip over, and that caused Libolt to just bail out. And then he's quickly back up to his feet, and Gilman just lets him out for the escape. So Thomas Gilman leads 2-1, drops in for a shot.
Nice, right back in on that shot, too. Watch, he's on the edge right here, see if he can finish in bounds.
Reaches across to trip him down. Looked like he had that ankle, but still a whizzer in right there by Libolt. Now Gilman stands up, tries to pull him back in. Libolt reaches for the ankle, now tries to step out. Gilman still trying to pull him back in. Referee Rick Stahl right down there watching. There Gilman reaches across. There is the 2 takedown as they go off the edge of the mat.
I think Rick Stahl right there was just extremely happy that he got the 2-point takedown because he didn't want to have to call a stall call right there in a situation like that because typically that's not really a stall call. He is wrestling on the edge, but yet I know that Terry Brands was already asking for it. You know?
Are you chuckling at Tom too?
No, what did he do?
He looked over. He was ready to yell at the scores tables. There's Gilman, gives up the escape, and then gets another takedown. Then he was ready to yell at the scores table because the clock wasn't going. He's like, hey, what? And then he's like, oh, yeah, we're on this end. So he had to look behind him for the scoreboard.
I didn't put that together right away either. We were just doing a dual meet there where it was on both scoreboards, and now they're wrestling. Cornell and Iowa Central wrestling down the other, so they're using that scoreboard. I was in the same boat as Tom. As you were just explaining that, I was looking up that scoreboard. They never even started the clock.
Tom kind of looked over, and then he chuckled a little bit and had that patented Tom Brands grin, like, yeah, okay, now I know. 50 seconds to go, first period. Thomas Gilman for the Hawkeyes leading 6-3 as he lets Libolt out for another escape, and then he gets right back in on that leg and takes him down again.
Takedown for Gilman.
Don't know a whole lot about Grand Canyon. I think relatively newer program. So a good opportunity for them to come in as there's a stall warning on Libolt. But
yeah, I don't know what the connection is there with the Iowa wrestling program and Grand Canyon and how they were, you know, so many people are wanting into this event every single year. As Tom mentioned in the paper, we might not even have it next year. You know, who do you say yes to? Who do you say no to? I think obviously it was extremely smart to say yes to Maryland and put them in here.
Right. There's Gilman looking for a hip tilt. Gets a 2 count at least, 3 count. There's the 4 count right before the whistle. He started that with probably 4.2 seconds on the clock, so he gets 4 near falls and a 12-3 lead heading into the second period.
1:24 ride time. Gilman's going to choose down to start the second period. It's Libolt from Grand Canyon is only a freshman. Their whole entire roster, they don't have a single senior in the lineup. Freshman, sophomore, freshman, junior, sophomore, junior. Very, very young team.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, just a newer program. So they haven't had time to get a lot of seniors into the lineup.
Gilman able to get out for the escape. So he leads 13-3. Libolt again, a lot of action right there, faking, but Gilman just patient, gets his hands on him, and then just drops in for the quick takedown.
Well, he made Libolt look silly right there on that shot. And there he tries to run in a headlock here, and he's getting him over. He's getting a near fall point.
It's almost looks like McDonough, like
caught him sleeping a little bit.
Yeah.
You're going to catch the fall right there. That was tight. Nice fall right there.
3 minutes and 51 seconds for Gilman. Puts the Hawkeyes on top by a score of 6-0. We will take a 30-second timeout. Hawkeye Wrestling presented by Whipple's Hybrids, where you're more than just a number. You are listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield Sports.
At 133 for Grand Canyon, Jauqin Olivas. For the Hawkeyes, Cory
At Hawkeye Title and Settlement, we love our Hawkeyes. But our efficient, high-quality real estate title and closing services aren't just for fellow Hawkeye fans. Property, buying your first home, Hawkeye or Cyclone fan, we're here to help. Hawkeye Title and Settlement, Highway 1 West in Iowa City. The team you love, the people you trust.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Mediacom mat, 133 pounds. Cory Clark for the Hawkeyes taking on Jauqin Olivas. And after a couple of half attempts there, it looks like Olivas gets poked in the eye. He's able to get it wiped out and get back to action. Hawks lead 6-0. Thomas Gilman with the pin to start things off. Clark trying to find that 2-on-1. Olivas clears out of that. Now drops in on a shot on Cory. Cory able to reshoot, gets down on that low single. Olivas throwing that whizzer in. Clark stepping over here. Trying to limp arm out. Now it elevates on that leg, gets it high up in the air, up to his shoulder, reaching across, and is able to trip him down for 2.
First on the scoreboard is
Again, how do you get it down?
Elevated it.
Way up high. Nice work right there by Cory Clark. Got Olivas flattened out on his belly. Now Olivas is building his base.
There's a near fall. There is a pin over there for Cornell. So they take an early 6-0 lead.
Time of the fall on mat number 1, 4 minutes, 21 seconds.
Cory Clark running that chicken wing half on the other side that he does so well. Trying to keep him in bounds, though.
Scott Smith of Cornell.
Love that new rule last year where you can go all the way out of bounds and come back in bounds. Just, they're doing a good job with these rules. They're really starting to, come around and promote wrestling, allowing wrestling on the edge so much more.
Clark still trying to run that. Wing on the left, the half on the right. Now he hops back to the other side. Again, he's right on the edge. Each wrestler, their lower half is all the way out of bounds. So Cory's trying to find a way to do something, make sure that they don't roll all the way out of bounds. Now he's got that deep waist, forehead into the triceps, trying to lever that arm back up on the back. 35 seconds to go, first period.
On mat number 2 for Iowa
There's a
Central,
stalemate.
Mario Haynes. For
So
Cornell,
head back to the center.
Phillip
32 seconds to go here in the first period. Cory Clark up 2-0 is 1:23 riding time. Here now just joining us. Thomas Gilman did get the fall in the first period of his match. So the Hawks lead this one against Grand Canyon 6-0 so far. They won the first dual meet against Maryland earlier here, just right previously to this one. Was it 36-9?
36-9, yes.
Their 3 losses coming at 141, 157, and 165.
This first period winds down. Cory Clark will have a 2-0 lead with 1:55 of riding time. Save time and money with Quality Care's Total Landscape Maintenance. Their professionals have over a century of combined experience making commercial, residential, and institutional properties look great, on time and on budget. They'd love to do the same for you. Visit them at qualitycare.com. Clark will start down to begin the second period. Reaching back, trying to peel those hands free. Jauqin Olivas for Grand Canyon. Now just lets Cory up for the escape.
Once Cory got that hand control, was able to grasp that hand. Olivas knew that he was going to get out anyway, so just let go and pushed him away.
Now Cory trying to find that 2-on-1. Steps over, down to the leg. Head to the inside. Trying to lift with it here. Reaching across for that other ankle. Olivas stepping away from him. Clark now climbs up the leg a little bit more. Reaches across the hip. Rick Stoll signals 2-point takedown.
Clark.
Clark still trying to pull that ankle in. 5-0 he leads with 1:15 to go. Now he's going to cut him. 5-1. Goes down to a low single attempt. Couldn't hang on to it as Olivas able to hop up on Cory. And then falls back to the mat. And they both stay on their feet. Clark again looking for that 2-on-1. Olivas pushes him away. There's a stall warning as Clark from a non-tie takes a shot from a ways away. Gets to the leg, trying to cut the corner here. Looking to elevate this one. Reaching across, arm around the hip. A whizzer in right now by Olivas. Clark trying to pop his head out, see if he can stand up a little bit more. Now he looks to drop down to the ankle. Olivas hanging on to the wrist. Now Clark looks to elevate, and you could hear Tom Brands over there saying all the way up, and that's what he does. Gets it tree-topped, and there's a roll-through attempt by Olivas, and Clark able to sandwich him and gets the 2-point takedown. It's almost like Tom and Terry are listening to what we're saying up here. Go high with it, good things happen.
Just, I mean, you think about it. You think about all the takedowns that we've seen with the leg elevated up in the air, how good, solid, quick takedowns they are. And then you think about the ones that are down on the mat and how many opportunities that we've missed down there and haven't been on finish. And the ones we do, they're kind of sloppy finishes, take a long time. There's a huge difference between the two. And, you know, if you can get in the habit of doing that, finishing correctly and bringing it up high, you can be a lot more successful and a lot more fun to watch.
Yeah. Clark leads 7-1 as we go to the third period. Now he throws a leg in as Olivas chooses down. Looking for that power half. He's got Olivas flattened out. Now comes around on the side. Olivas basically hanging on to Clark's wrist right there. Cory looked almost like a ball and chain action. Now he comes back out front, trying to pinch the head with that arm up on the back, using his knees to try to get some leverage off of it. Olivas trying to keep his hip down on the mat. Clark now putting his forehead into the triceps, levering the arm up onto the back.
Clark makes things awfully painful.
Yeah. There's another stall warning on Olivas. So that makes the score 8-1 in favor of Cory Clark. I'd like to see Cory, you know, as much pain as he inflicts, you know, he gets caught up sometimes of trying to make it painful and find those ways, but still not getting as many points as he could. And just like Saturday where, you know, there's a chance that he could have had a major decision, but, you know, a lot of time that he was doing this, where he's trying to find that arm, find that wing.
That's just his, you know, that's
But
just
that's
kind of
his
his
style,
style, you know, I mean, just the way that he's always been throughout his whole career. As long as he's getting, like, in a situation like this, as long as he's getting the major, you know, whereas last week when we didn't get the major, that's where we, you know, we need to do a little bit better of a job making sure we solidify a major in a situation like that, you know, for the team score. And, you know, today he did a better job, made sure he got the major. And if he hadn't, we'd probably be letting him go. But the reason he got the major this time is because we were cutting him in the second period.
Right. He's got that head pinched, potentially dangerous with the period coming to an end. So Cory Clark will win by a score of 10-1 with the riding time. So that puts the Hawkeyes on top by a score of 10-0.
Division II then, probably?
Through August 31st, 2016, for every immunization
I
given,
think their
Walgreens will donate
conference
18 cents up to
tournament is
$200.
the
Learn more at
Collegiate Open.
Walgreens.com/get-a-shot. Vaccine restrictions apply.
Iowa City's news and sports station is 800 KXIC.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena and MediaCom Mat, 149 pounds. Brandon Sorensen in on a shot, trying to finish here against Blake Monte.
And now, a touching moment.
Grand Canyon University, trying to pop that head free, almost tried to stack him up there. Now he pops that head out, and that should be the 2 takedown. He's got him sat to his hip with both legs. There is the 2. Sorensen leads 2-0. Sounds like Andy Hamilton has the answer for you, Mark.
Well, they're technically right now D2. They wrestle the D2 Nationals, but they're working their way up to a D1 level. Like their schedule, if you look at their schedule, Andy said they're wrestling like all D1 schools, and then they got like this year and next year, then they'll be eligible to become D1.
Okay. Well, that's good. We need more D1 programs, that's for sure. Sorensen lets Monte up for the escape. So Brandon leads 2-1, a minute and a half to go, first period. Snap
shot
into a
right
shot
there.
right there, trying to cut off to that double. Monte trying to use his arm to keep his hip from hitting. Sorenson just driving the shoulder into the belly, and there he puts him down for 2.
Takedown for Sorenson.
Good shot, good transition right there by Sorenson. Got it in the head of the outside single and then cut across to the double. Really quiet in here right now. Let's rack up some points. He's got
Got
that
an arm
arm Turk. Almost had him taken over with that there, but lost it.
Now Monte for Grand Canyon up on his knees. Now into a tripod. Sorenson pressuring back down. Gets his hip to the mat. Brandon trying to get the near wrist up onto the back.
Keep looking at the wrong clock.
I know it's habit to just look to the right. I don't, for whatever reason, but 15 seconds to go.
Plenty of riding time. 2 takedowns in this period. Good solid period for Brandon Sorenson. Typical Brandon Sorenson style wrestling.
He will lead 4-1 with 1:38 of riding time.
Sorenson ranked number 3 in the country right now for the Hawkeyes. All the way up to number 1 last year. Before he finished. What did he finish at the Nationals last year? 4th?
See, you call me a walking encyclopedia, and I just... Yes, he finished 4th. He lost to Surtsis in the 3rd place match. Monte starts down, gets the escape. Sorenson trying to get in on that shot. Couldn't get to the leg. Gets caught in a front headlock. Now he's trying to stand up out of it. Monte tries an inside trip. Now Brandon just steps back and then pushes him away. Back on that collar tie.
Nice snap right there by Sorenson. Couldn't capitalize on it, though. Monte was able to come back up to his feet right away. As soon as he came up to his feet, that's when he should have lowered and right back into another shot again.
Brandon, ankle pick attempt. Can't get there. Now snaps into a front headlock. Head into the shoulder, trying to circle around. That time he's able to pull him into him. And then circles around behind, comes right back out front, trying to let him out. And there's the escape. So 6-3, Sorenson with the lead. Sweep attempts a couple of times. Finally able to get to the leg, but Monte able to scoot his hips away from him. Out, away, no points scored. 50 seconds to go in the second period.
On man number 2, Cornell's Josh Martin.
That's what we're talking about right here.
Winner in that
Making
one,
use of the
13
second
to
period
4.
going now. There's a beautiful ankle pick right there by Sorenson. Coming around behind, trying to finish. Now he's gone onto the head of the inside single. There's a 2-point takedown. Monte was able to do a good job a couple of different times there defending that, but Sorenson did a great job. Now he's getting a tilt here. Got a 1 count. Can't tilt him up right now because Monte has our leg.
15 seconds to go. Now Brandon comes back behind the hips a little bit more. Monte building his
At
base.
149,
Brandon up into
man
a
number 2,
half.
for Iowa Central, freshman Brandon Murray. For
Period will
Cornell,
come to an end.
freshman
8-3
Anthony
lead now for Brandon Sorenson. Hawk fans, the home of the Hawkeye Radio Network crew is the Homewood Suites in Coralville's beautiful Iowa River Landing. Let the staff at the award-winning Homewood Suites by Hilton be your home away from home the next time you visit the Iowa City area, just off Interstate 80, minutes from campus. Sorenson up to his feet and out for the escape as he started down to begin the third period. 2:16 of riding time for Brandon, so he leads, in essence, 10-3. It's 9-3 on the scoreboard. So he needs another one here to get that major. Monte drops to a knee. Now Brandon with a nice sweep attempt gets a stall warning. Trying to drive across. Reaches that other ankle and gets him down for 2. Brandon on top, 11-3.
He's got his major. Now we got to work on a set of near fall points.
I'd cut him and go again. That's what Brandon's going to do.
Got to circle in, Monte does. Monte's got to circle in. Sorensen just let him off the hook there. No. Goes back. Monte's got to make an effort to get his butt to the center of the mat.
An ankle pick attempt again by Sorensen.
Didn't really follow through with it, though. He just reached down, grabbed it, and let go.
And Monte changes levels. Brandon reshoots, but doesn't get the arms cleared. Can't get to the legs. 40 seconds to go.
Monte wrestling on his heels.
Brandon head to the inside, but again, can't get the second arm to the leg. Monte catches him in that front headlock. That time, Brandon catches the arm as he goes down and gets the 2 takedown.
Committed to the shot.
Used his left hand and held on to the right elbow, and then basically used that as he came and almost basically pinched his hands together, and it basically forced him to come down.
Yeah, he committed to that shot.
10 seconds left, so Sorensen looks like he will win. A point for riding time will make it 14-4, puts the Hawkeyes on top by a score of 17-0. Hawkeye Wrestling broadcast presented by Whipple's Hybrids, where you're more than just a number. 30-second timeout. Back with more of the Iowa City Duels. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield Sports.
We've been hearing a lot.
Oh, Hawks!
Iowa City's news and sports station is 800 KXIC.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. 184 pounds on Mediacom mat. Sammy Brooks for the Hawkeyes taking on Austin Trujillo for Grand Canyon. Hawkeyes on top 29-0. Trujillo with a front headlock on Brooks. Sammy able to clear up out of it, though. Over on mat number 2, Cornell College leads Iowa Central 20-3. And Brooks snap, tried to get down to the leg. Trujillo able to push him away, though. Now Sammy comes.
Sammy's looking for big moves is what he's looking for.
Trujillo just basically bailed out right there. Sammy had that underhook, locked it up. Now he's going that suicide tilt. Got a 1 count. Now he pulls him back and got a 2, 3. There's the 4 count. So that's going to make it a 6-0 lead. It's amazing the impact that rule change has, Mark. You know, instead of a 5 count being 3 points, a 4 count is 4 points. So it's 1 fewer second, and you get 1 more point out of it.
And a guy that knows how to use that top position and get near fall points is going to benefit from that immensely.
Yeah. Think of a guy like Logan Stieber. I mean, how many times did he easily get the 5 count? I mean, if he's only have to hold for 4 count, some of those matches that he had last year.
Nice snap right there by Sammy Brooks. Just hand fighting him just like crazy. Just moving his hands. Like, watch how much he's moving his hands right here. Look at his hands. Never really sitting still that much. If his hands are sitting still, his feet are moving. And then he switches from the right side to the left side with his hands.
Well, and if they are sitting still, it's more he's applying pressure. You know, he's at least pulling down. Like right there, snap, go behind, another 2. 10-2 lead right now for Sammy Brooks with 35 seconds to go. Now he comes out front, pinching the head with his knee, trying to get that arm bar. Trujillo hanging on to himself. Now Sammy's got that arm up on the back.
He's got some time here, too. He's going to get him over here. I think he's going to get it. He's going to get the fall yet this period.
Trying to scoop the head.
There it is.
And he's got that locked up pretty tight. Brent Metcalf, Tony Ramos did that a lot. Sammy Brooks has got 10 seconds to try to settle in here. Rick Stoll right down there watching. Brooks trying to get that chest up, those hips up a little bit tighter. I think he's going to run out of time. Trujillo's going to fight it off, but it will be another 4 near fall.
Give Sammy Brooks credit. He fought hard right there. That's a tough position to fight out of. But Sammy Brooks, God, just love how offensive he's being this year. Just he's back to his just crazy self that just letting the fur fly like he used to his first year out and then the beginning half of the season last year.
Brooks will start down to begin the second period, excuse me. The escape makes it 15-2. There's Trujillo with a shot. Gets the hands locked, but Brooks just breaks the grip, gets right round behind. That's going to do it. 17-2. With 1:46 to go in the second period. Another 5 team points for the Hawkeyes puts them on top 34-0. We will take this 30-second timeout. Hawkeye Wrestling broadcast.